Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today I'm going to be reacting to St. Vincent's new song, Broken Man. And of course, I haven't listened to all of St. Vincent's albums. I still really want to do Daddy's Home, and I really, really definitely will this year. But because this is a new song, I thought, why not react to it? If you'd like to see my uncut content or just exclusive content or get early access, please do become a patron. It really, really, really does help the channel out, helps me out, helps me keep doing these videos. But if you can't do that, just like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all those lovely things. It really helps. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Broken Man by St. Vincent. All right, let's go. Ooh. I saw a tiny snippet on Instagram, but I only watched like 10 seconds and then I was like, right, get off.
I can make your kingdom come. On my feet, I'm an earthquake shaking. Hey, what are you looking at?
Ooh.
Who the hell do you think I am? Like you never seen a broken man.
Yeah.
Love and nail yourself tight.
Adding some extra dimension. Yeah, sorry to pause, but you know how it all felt very like boom, 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 very like intimate, and then that big, you know, the different like snare maybe, like it's kind of got a snare sound to it, but it just kind of expands it a little bit. It's not fully expanded, but it has some expansion. I wonder if the song will develop and like it expands more and more. That would be so cool. Gives it like height. Whereas before it was here, now it's a little bit more like that.
Oh, I need you to drive the nail. Like,
Ooh.
what are you looking at? Well, who the hell do you think I am?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you see?
It's so spatial now. It really is as well, that like kind of contrast between mono recording and stereo recording, where mono feels very like centered, coming out of one, it's like one signal, whereas stereo has width to it. It's coming out of like the left, right, more expanded, more widthy sort of feeling to it. It's so good. And I'm obsessed with all that stuff. Fledged rock song, baby. Yeah.
Like you never seen a broken man. Like you never seen a broken man.
It's giving me PJ Harvey. Oh! Yeah! That is sick. You know what? I was going to choose, there was two songs that I had to react to today and an album. So I was like, do I do Charlie XCX first or St. Vincent? And something told me, because I always find it hard to like, first song of the day is hard for me. Okay, I don't know why. Sometimes I've just been doing my makeup. I've been on my own, very quiet. And then suddenly I'm into the chaos. So it takes a little moment for me to adjust. And I thought St. Vincent, love Charlie XCX, and I know that song's going to slay, but I know St. Vincent, her style of music is like, it speaks to the core of me. It's just so, I'm like extremely like a fan now. Of all the songs I've heard, I'm a fan. So yeah, that was just perfect. And the way it did just start so mono and intimate. And then it just went into like this crazy kind of rock feeling. It had a rock and roll punky feeling. Definitely a lot of PJ Harvey in there. It was just so gritty, sexy. That's the other thing. Like, I love a sexy sound. I'm obsessed with a sexy sound in music. And St. Vincent does sexy so well in that rockier way as well. That gives it a little bit of sleaze to it. I love it though. I love that kind of sleaze to it. It's kind of dirty, kind of naughty. Oh, and then like the passion in it too though. Away from like the sexiness of it, just like the passion, like the real like emotion she's feeling. Who do you think I am? Oh, I'm obsessed. I need to hear it again. I'm going to go for it one more time and I might pick out details. Yeah, this feels very, you know, forward facing. And that thumping is such a heartbeat feeling.
Come on my feet, I'm an earthquake shaking. So open up, my little one. Who the hell do you think I am?
The little backing vocal, so cool.
And what are you looking at?
Pulls back, throws you in.
Love and nail yourself.
So it's forward facing, but it's rocking back and forth like this. More and more movement gets added, you know, into your body.
Like, what are you looking at?
And then that, so much expansion all of a sudden.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Yes! Nice! I love that because like the whop, like you're literally, who do you think I am? Whop. Like literally, it's literally feels like it's taking over the whole of your head rather than just like the front of your face. And it's like jarring because it's like how mono the first bit is and like centered it is to it then being like that all of a sudden, like no like lead in. It's a little jarring. And then of course we get into the bits where the drums feel a bit more panned in the ears and you've got that little whop. And then as she's about to start singing now, her voice is less here and a little bit more up here and backwards. Sorry, I know it sounds weird, but I could, and maybe it's an anesthesia thing, but you know, I can really see the space. I can see it. I can really visualize the space. But her voice feels less here and feels a little bit more above and slightly in the back. Let's hear it. Yeah, she's like floating up here, right here.
How could you see me now? If I stop cracking up. How do you think I am? Like you've never seen a broken man.
So fucking good.
Like you've never seen a broken man.
It just gets more fucking distorted too. It's like growling. Fuzzy.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Love it. It's so good. Oh God, how addictive is that? It's so good. And like I've told so many of you, if you've seen my videos before, I always say that like when songs get a little too chaotic or like there's too much like distortion or too much going on, I get very overwhelmed. But I don't with this. I think her voice, Cruisy Ray, who do you think I am? And it still has that rhythmic feeling that is like, it's just produced and mixed well, like very well. It's not meant to be like a wall of sound. It's meant to still have that rhythm and driving kind of motion that like, goes wob, wob, dun, 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 rather than just like, da, 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 it still has that like movement to it. And the way it just develops. And also another thing, like, because it developed from a small place, and then like got bigger and bigger, wider and wider, you could watch and listen to every detail that happened. So then when it becomes a big fully fledged thing, the details, you're still like recognizing the details from before. Does that make sense? You're still recognizing some of the smaller details from the start that are amongst the big details in the end. So yeah, very cool. I'm going to go to Genius. Just quickly have a little look at the lyrics. What a fucking cool song. Loved it. Brilliant. 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 Oh, makes me so excited. On the street, I'm a king-size killer. I can make your kingdom come. On my feet, I'm an earthquake shaking. So open up, my little one. Okay. So on the street, I'm a king-size killer. Literally feels like she's saying, like, on the street, I'm dangerous, you know? But I'm big, I'm literally like powerful. I can make your kingdom come. Saying that she can make someone else's kingdom come to her, but also it has something kind of sexual to it with the way she says it too. On my feet, I'm an earthquake shaking. And if you read that in a really silly thing, but in a silly way, I can make your kingdom come on my feet. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but that does sound like, if you link that, that's kind of sexual, right? But it's also like a boss move to it. She's very powerful. And she says, I'm an earthquake shaking. So open up, my little one. That's interesting. Like, I'm an earthquake shaking. So like, think about how much that could shake everything up. You know, not just one person, but she can make waves. She can really make an impact. She is literally top dog. And then so open up, my little one. Don't know who she's talking to, but it feels like she's talking to someone and she's calling them little, right? She's literally being like, open up and take all of me. You know, take me. And I don't know, like, be vulnerable with me or physically open up to me, all of it. I don't know. Hey, what are you looking at? Who the hell do you think I am? And what are you looking at? Like, you've never seen a broken man. See, that's interesting. Like, because now she's saying, like, you've never seen a broken man. She's sounding in the verses like she's this big top dog who's pretty cool. But actually, she's saying, oh, what are you looking at? Who do you think I am? What, you've never seen a broken man? And of course, referring to herself as a man as well. That big dick energy, but wonder why she's saying a broken man. I guess we'll find out as we go on, maybe. Verse 2. Lover, nail yourself right to me. If you go, I won't be well. I can hold my arms wide open, but I need you to drive the nail. Okay, so here it literally just sounds like there's a little bit more vulnerability. She's like, nail yourself to me. If you go, I won't be well. Like, when she's with this person, she feels like she's top dog. She feels strong, right? But if she's not with this person, then she won't be well. She'll feel horrible. She'll feel vulnerable and fragile. And she says, I can hold my arms wide open, but you need to drive the nail. Like, I can sit here like this, but I can't make you want me. You're going to need to, like, show me you want me. You're going to have to be the one that takes action when my arms are wide open for you. Something like that. Then the bridge says, well, how do you see me now? You built my tower to tear it down. Okay, but how could you see me now if I stopped cracking myself up? So, number one, well, how do you see me now? You built my tower to tear it down. It's like, you built me up, basically. You built me to feel amazing or good, but then you're just going to tear me down and make me feel rubbish as well. Like, maybe when it's that, like, hot and cold kind of relationship. Or you built my tower maybe like a defense, like a tower. It always seems like you imagine Rapunzel in there, don't you? Like, kind of like a trapped, like, person in this big tower, which is like a shield. She's saying, you built up my shields and defenses, but you built them just to tear them down. And maybe tearing them down is a good thing, you know? Or maybe it's a confusing thing. But how could you see me now if I stopped cracking myself? I stopped cracking up. Like, how could you see me if I stopped making myself insane? Like, stop making myself crazy, something like that. Oh, and maybe she's going, but how could you ever see me now that maybe he liked her a little bit crazy under his sort of spell. And she's like, now you couldn't, because now I am the boss. I'm the top dog, like in the first verse. Something like that, maybe. And then, who the hell do you think I am? You never seen a broken man. Love and know yourself to me. All of this. Yeah. I wonder if there's anything written about it. No, nothing written about it yet, just because it's so new, I guess. But I could click some of the lyrics. It just says this, and what are you looking at? Like, you've never seen a broken man. It just says, this speaks from someone who is broken mentally or physically. They are saying, look away from the broken man because they are a lot more common than you think. Okay, verse 2, love and nail yourself to me. Okay, this is kind of cool. This verse calls to mind imagery regarding Jesus Christ being nailed to the cross and part of his crucifixion. Oh, I wish I could have thought of that. Annie spins the story of Jesus being nailed to the cross as one where she is begging her partner to show their devotion to her by nailing themselves next to her. Not only that, but she is directly asking her partner to nail her to the cross as well. Yeah, literally being like, crucify me. I could sit here with my arms on the cross, but I can't crucify myself. I need you to crucify me. Like, I need you to nail it in to stop me, like maybe running to you, or stop me from ruining things, stop me from being crazy, because you make me feel crazy. You know, something like that. And in the well, how do you see me now? You built my tower to tear it down. Someone has written, this line could be discussing how after a breakup, the person might see the narrator differently than they did when they were together. They could also be blaming them for tearing the tower down and being the reason they are now a broken man. Pretty much what I was saying a little bit, like tearing down the defences and leaving them vulnerable sort of thing. This could also be speaking in a more comic sense. St. Vincent's career has been plagued by several and highly publicised moments of scrutiny. Perhaps more notably than other indie stars, St. Vincent is known for having a tendency to reinvent herself in her different album eras. This chameleonic aspect of her artistry has attracted a lot of attention, and just as easily as a certain publication might praise her, they may also tear her down for unreasonable or superficial reasons. With this lyric, Clark might be flipping the script and challenging the ephemeral nature of public opinions on artists. Very nice. And whoever wrote that is very eloquent. And then if I stop cracking myself up, laughter is the best medicine, and it can definitely help prevent us from breaking and become a broken man. And the narrator is trying to say that if they stop making themselves laugh, they will have been broken. Oh, okay, yeah, because I wasn't sure if, like, I thought, do you know what's annoying? When I first heard the song and read that if I stopped cracking myself up, I thought of it as being laughter. Like if I couldn't stop laughing at myself, then maybe I'd be a lot more in pain. I thought that initially, and then as I read through it, I thought of cracking up as in like going insane. So yeah, I think it could be a double meaning to that though, for sure. But anyway, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this reaction. I know I certainly freaking loved the song. But yeah, if you can become a patron, that would be absolutely amazing. It really does do so much for me and the channel, like I said at the start. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like I've already said. But yeah, just here to remind you. And I shall see you next time. Bye.